chill, just say you will.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. So y'all get on in here. We're going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, the latest episode. And we also got to talk a little bit about the live that the Scotts did where they claimed that Martell was trying to control the show and the storylines with his social media antics. So before we get started, I'd like to say that all the information in the video is alleged. All commentary will be in my very own opinion. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. So now I can get the yapping. On the last episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, we see that Mel invited Kimmy over. And in true Kimmy fashion, she showed up carrying bones, and she's there providing Mel with some info, solving the mystery of how Trisha and Martell supposedly linked up. Kimmy was getting her McGruff phone. Not only is this mystery storyline about Trisha and Martell and what happened and what did not happen when they met, how they met, not only is it boring, it's also the fact that Kimmy is here, willingly to talk about this with Mel. Because one, why should Mel care about Martell in any capacity? And two, no matter what Mel has to say, Kimmy is right there all ears, and she's going to be passing information. She's going to run right back to Trisha and or Martell and tell whatever Mel said, so it's just messy. And Kimmy shouldn't be the one wanting to talk about other people's business. Her and her husband are so upset when they are the topic of conversation, but everybody else can be talked about. Maurice, even on the episode before the last one, he's meeting with Martell. He's made it his full life mission to retrace Mel's step and not only talk to everybody that she's talked to about the DUI, but he's now even meeting with Martell to talk about Mel. And he's basically trying to twist the narrative. And now it's not even about his DUI. He's making it about Mel. So just because Mel has thoughts and opinions, just like everybody else, he's saying that Mel is angry. And he says that Mel is projecting and, she's out for vengeance. And he's not going to allow her to do to him what she did to Martell. So Maurice is completely delusional. And him and his wife should stay out of any and everybody's business. So then we get the scene where Tisha has sat down to have brunch with Destiny, and we have Martell popping out of the woodwork and surprising Tisha while she got her mouth full. So Tisha was ready to grub, baby. She was finna get down on whatever that monster of a biscuit she was eating. But as soon as she saw Martell, she hopped up. She wasn't even done chewing. I think Tisha was still chewing when she pulled up on Marceau in the next scene. So Tisha was dining, then she dashed. She had to get up out of there. She said she would not sit at a table with the enemy, especially without her husband and her protector. Also, we got to see that Destiny found it funny, apparently, because she could be seen in the scene smiling and smirking right alongside Martell when Tisha was hauling ass up out of their restaurant. Destiny took to her social media saying that she would never set up another woman to be ambushed. But it's given that's what you've been doing all season long, Destiny. Because even at your field day, you opened the door for that whole argument to go on between the Scotts and Martell, which you're questioning. And also at that same field day, Martell brought up Mel. He said, you got everybody here but the person that needs to be here. And he's like, oh, she was invited. So you invited Mel to the field day where you knew you invited Martell. So you, again, were okay with ambushing someone, baby. You were going to ambush Mel if she would have showed up. And then when you get there and you tell Martell, well, I'm proud of you for coming and trying to apologize. She's just not ready to hear it. So you were okay with him showing up as long as it was under the pretenses that he was going to apologize. And that wasn't good enough because the conversation still could have went another way and took a turn. Even if Tisha was willing to hear his apology, what's to say what would have came after that? So yeah, Destiny, we don't want to see you try to backtrack. just own it. You're willing to do anything to get some camera time. That's what it's looking like. You need the money. You need to be in these scenes, and you're willing to film with Martell when no one else is, and you're willing to set other people up for these scenes. And also, she was also smiling when she heard about Moses being locked up in that scene with her talking to Tisha and Kimmy. When she heard that Moses had been arrested and he wasn't at the mimosa with Melody with his wife Sunny, she also was smiling. She had a huge grin on her face then. So Destiny is truly a piece of work. Now, before we get into the live, let's talk about the scene with the Scotts and Martell where they sat down at Destiny's relaunch, whatever it was. So in the scene where Tisha and Marceau are sitting outside at Destiny's event, Martell goes and he's talking to them, and he's basically trying to talk with Marceau about what happened at the field day. Now, Tisha is trying to leave. She said, my protector and my husband is here. But she was like, I don't have to be here. And she tried to excuse herself. And I found it really weird that Marceau grabbed her arm and, he mouthed something to her. And he didn't want her to leave him alone with Martell, which I didn't understand why. Why can't you have a one-on-one conversation with Marceau? Please explain why your wife needed to be there. Why can't Tisha leave you to carry on a conversation with another man? That was weird that you made her sit down and stay there, especially because how verbally abusive Martell can get. And, it was given that Tisha said Marceau was her protector, but it was given that Marceau needed protection. It was given he didn't want to be left alone, baby. He grabbed that arm mighty quick and set her back down. And the Scotts are always contradicting themselves. Marceau started off speaking. He said that Martell is trying to make everyone believe that he has something on him and Maurice, and if he has it, he just needs to go ahead and say it, release it, do what he needs to do with it. And he's basically said, he told Martell that the things he says affects his marriage, but then he backtracked on that because he said, you're trying to damage our marriage and nothing you say is going to damage our marriage. And Martell went into the whole spiel of, you making your wife look slow. Yeah, men would want a woman that's going to put up with everything. So, of course, Tisha was offended. She said, you wish you had one like her, and she was unfuckwittable. Marceau was really trying to get under Martell's skin, said that he was better than Martell, and he even reached out and put his hand, his arm on Martell's shoulder. Like, why are you touching this man? And y'all are kind of having an argument. Martell kind of held it together better than I thought he would, but he probably realized what Marceau was trying to do. They were definitely trying to make him mad. They were ignoring him. Tisha was applying her lipstick, looking in her phone. Marceau thought he was just too cool for school, but he did make his wife look dumb. I just don't know why he was so scared to have that conversation alone. So on to the live that the Scotts did on their Instagram. So I find it so crazy, as I just mentioned in that scene, and the Scotts have been telling Martell to produce his evidence of Marceau cheating for seasons. Tisha has been saying, where's your proof? Where's your proof? When I see something, then I will address it. But now we can see that that's not true, because not only has Martell brought the alleged mistress or pay for play, which I think she was, girl on YouTube and did a whole interview with her, and she said, she has slept with Marceau and Maurice, and we haven't heard anything from Kimmy or Tisha. It's been very quiet over there with the Scotts when it comes to what has been happening on social media with the cheating allegations in that side chick interview, and also the claims that Tisha got hit in a Buick. Martell put pictures of, it looks they're doing some camping, fishing, whatever they were doing, but Marceau is in the picture, and he also left one other man's face uncovered, which I'm assuming is, the guy that Tisha supposedly slept with, allegedly. And they have not addressed that. So the Scotts went on live basically saying Martell is trying to control the storylines and the narrative on the show, but it's not going to work. And I don't know if Marcel was trying to use some Jedi mind tricks or reverse psychology, but he was saying, oh, lazy producers would take what has been said on social media and bring it to the TV as a storyline, which is so funny he said that, because that's exactly what Kingdom Reign has been doing with Love and Marriage Huntsville. But not just them trying to classify this as social media drama. Now, y'all have been saying on TV, on the show, that Martell needs to basically put up or shut up. Now, when he finally does, I may add, after Tisha took to Carlos King's social media platform to say that he has slept with men and has a sexual history of sleeping with men, Martell comes and firebacks on his YouTube or his baby mama YouTube and on his Instagram, and now they won't address it. When they have been screaming for years, they will address it when he can produce some type of proof. Now, y'all haven't even came out and denied it. As far as I know, y'all let me know down in the comments. And in my opinion, they are kind of running scared, because y'all have asked him to produce these receipts, but y'all can't come out on social media. Now you're saying you're not going to address it on the show. So why did y'all ask him for proof after all this time? And why do y'all feel like y'all are exempt? Why do y'all feel like y'all can just come out and make this live and make it be known? You know, they're saying they don't want any of the cast members to ask them any questions about what's been happening on social media, because they have ignored it and they're going to ignore them too. And Marcel even mentioned, like, oh, and even if I say something different from what I'm saying now, it's going to be fake. Carlos need to get at y'all about that. How can they dictate what makes the show, especially when this cheating rumors has been floating around on the show? It started on the show, came out and provoked him. So now y'all need to get out here in the field and address this. Why can't y'all address it? Why can't you deny it if it wasn't true? Because y'all don't seem like y'all would let Martell openly lie on y'all. So in my opinion, I'm going to take it as there is some truth to what Martell is alleging against Letitia and Marcel. Because why are y'all avoiding this topic when y'all have claimed this man does not have a leg to stand on with his allegations, and y'all have basically begged him to bring anything? Tisha has asked for pictures, and that man posted a picture and he left that man's face uncovered. So why hasn't that man come out and say that this is not true? Why are you exposing me, on social media for something I did not do? The man hasn't spoken on it. To my knowledge, he hasn't. Have any of them denied what Martell has said? They're just going to ignore it, right? Yeah, that's weird to me. It feels like y'all don't want to talk about it on TV because you may not want to get caught in a lie, and you probably don't want anyone with further receipts to produce them if you say something different on screen. So yeah, that whole live to me was just the Scotts trying to call themselves getting ahead of something. And when it comes to this, no, y'all should not be above it. Y'all should definitely have to address this on screen. Y'all have been allowed for years to ice skate around this topic, and now that this man has produced a person and did a full-on interview with this person, no matter how raggedy the interview was, let me know what y'all think about all this down below in the comments. Please don't forget to like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.